Hello, my name is Guinevere. This is my week 2 assignment on recording audio in Reaper. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, and week 1 of this course has been really fun. I'm going to review my home setup. It consists of a condenser microphone, a USB audio interface, my computer, and a DAW. The DAW that I use are mainly Audacity, and I just installed Reaper, so I'm going to talk about Reaper now. So this lesson is going to be divided into 5 steps. The first one is how to set up Reaper, how to prepare the project, how to create a new track, and how to set clicks and count offs, and then tips on how to record efficiently. So in order to set up Reaper, you have to make sure that you're connecting your microphone to the audio interface and to connect to the and then it connects to the computer. For Reaper, I've installed an ASIO driver, and in order to connect the sounds to make sure Reaper reads the sounds, you have to go to Options, Preference, Audio, and Device, and then you have to select all the suitable settings in order for Reaper to receive the sound. This is an example of my setup. And so, assuming everything is done and Reaper is receiving the sounds okay. So, you open Reaper, and first of all, I always like to save my projects in the right location first. And for Reaper, one thing to really consider is to organize your files the right way. And for this, because the important thing is Reaper does not create subfolders for every project, or even subfolders within a project. So you want to create a folder of this particular project that you're working on, name your folder, and then before we start anything, why don't we just start Save As and name your project file. Reaper will save this as RPP. And so, in order to create a new track, we'll have to double-click the black section pointed in the arrow there. Double-click there, and you'll see this. So you would see a new track within a gray rectangle there. And then you want to name your track, turn on the record button, check the input, whether your audio interface is connected with this particular track. And then you can either turn recording monitor on or off in order to real-time monitor your recording. And to set clicks and count off for your recording, you can see the metronome button on the left top corner of Reaper. Click and turn it on. Right-click on the same place to access the metronome and pre-roll settings. This is the Reaper metronome pre-roll settings. You want to enable clicks and enable the count offs there. And going back out, you can type in the tempo in that little square pointed in the arrow there. So you're all set to go. Here's the button, the record button, where you press to start recording. So here are some tips for efficient recording. I usually close all the other programs that use the microphone. For example, in my case, Audacity. I find out that Reaper tends to get confused when I have other applications open that use microphone. And so close that, and also close other programs that use up computer's hard drive or memory spaces. So recording digital audio requires a lot of computer memories, the RAM spaces. And so in order for Reaper to have a lot of RAMs to work with, let's close all the other programs so that Reaper would be as efficient as possible. So finally, a little reflection. This week has been a very challenging week for me because I really have just installed Reaper, and it took me quite a bit of time to figure out how Reaper works, to even do the most simple tasks such as creating a new track. And although it has been very challenging, it has also been very, very rewarding. And I hope you had the same great learning experience, and Thank you very much for taking your time to review my assignment, and I hope to see you next week.